Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from the Bosco Esports facility. Our Rainbow Six Siege team is going to be going against Hackettstown Tigers today. We're right in the middle of the season, so the Braves are in the midst of trying to qualify for semifinals and finals going into the HSEL League. We're currently in the process of running bans. Today we'll be playing on Clubhouse. Right now it looks like Jackal, Dokkaebi, Mira are off the board, followed by Cade. So this is going to be an interesting game. Jackal being a very common ban on offense, Mira as well. The Dokkaebi and Cade picks are going to... Well, I'm not quite sure how the Dokkaebi pick is going to affect the gameplay so much, considering she may or may not get a ton of play time given the scenario. But Cade will definitely make a substantial difference. Most defending propositions opting to run him in an attempt to prevent hard breachers from entering. The fact that Thatcher was not picked
Attackers
is
need to locate and
very
defuse as
interesting.
many bombs as they can.
I imagine the defending team would have done anything to prevent any sort of hard breach. We also have used to be an atypical site pick as well. Normally, defensive teams opting to go for the cache and CCTV site, but it looks like we're going to be starting off Gym and Master Bedroom. Bosco is already setting up. Looks like Zeke is going to be playing in the garage, looking for a push here, up on the second floor. I think they might be thrown for a loop as the location hasn't been found. They might be assuming that it's a typical cache push. But
attackers must
after
locate
a
and
little bit
defuse
of
the bomb.
progress, they should soon enough realize that it's Jim, unless they've already figured it out. Looks like we've got heavy attack push starting off here over on the west side of the map. Likely going for some early picks or an early opening on the jacuzzi wall, with Boba repelling up, playing Ace. Looking to see some hopefully really stellar performances today from both Boba and Slips. Typically the big fraggers on the team. Ezekiel with a strong amount of leadership, already setting up for this breach happening. It looks like they will successfully get this wall over here. And now the real question is, will there be an adequate rotation set up by the other attackers to push into sight? Maybe some hatches open in Logi. Looks like we're already peeking a bit aggressively here in the jacuzzi wall. However, defenders don't appear to be taking the bait quite yet. We've got one playing, doesn't look like bathroom, right out into the hallway, looking for a peek here. Zeke better be careful. If he has poor timing here, he might get spotted by what looks to be a smoke on site. Smoke is going to claim the first kill on Slips, however, taking a ton of damage, bringing him down to one shot. Unfortunately, Bosco not claiming the trade on that particular kill. However, it looks like Pior is going to identify that frost trap set up over in cache and attempt to make a push in along with Ninkade. Boba as well looking for picks here, setting up outside of the site windows. Going for some early peeks here. Zeke still playing outside of this breach. Bosco's going to need to take up some space here very quickly as we're going into the final minute of the timer. There's a lot of hesitation happening right now in these pushes. Ninkade peeking the shield, however, doesn't see a player there. Pyro's going to go ahead and push in past it, deals some damage, managed to down the opponent, however, gets traded out by a rotation hole set up in Logi. Zeke still playing the outside of this breach. Very tentative gameplay here so far. Looks like we've got a heavy defender set up here in Logi right now. Bosco should be aware this is Boba, has a drone set up. Ezekiel taking some shots from Logi, it appears. Bo claiming a kill, evening the odds here. Unfortunately, Zeke is going to go down to that Valkyrie. And I don't think
my device is ready.
Ninkade is aware of the player in the corner of... Oh, actually, that's the downed Jaeger playing just inside of sight. He's going to get held out by the by the smoke.
5 seconds to go.
Boba
Attackers
is
drop
desperately going to try to push in. Not a very strong defense here. Not a strong defense setup. I think Bosco sort of stumbled into this situation here, though. Once they recognize the error, they should have no problem sort of reconvening and figuring out, look, we just got to take this site, guys. We got the wall open. We have everything set up in our favor. And I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Oh.
Setting the welcome mat.
Reinforce wall!
Camera feed up and running.
Set barbed wire.
Setting up.
10 seconds to go.
Some grenades now.
Camera feed up and running.
5 seconds to insertion.
Laying out the welcome mat. Feed active.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Good stuff. Now. Wall reinforced. Device set.
I'm reloading! I'm reloading!
Raging sequence activated. Cam initiated. Drone going out. Enemy located!
A bomb has been located.
Changing mags. Drone going out.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
I'll help you.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Razor bloom. Deploying the bait.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Prone a razor bloom.
Wall is done! Ready.
Shield going out.
Ready.
Feed up and running.
Wall reinforced.
initiated.
10 seconds to go.
Jammer deployed.
5 seconds remaining.
Speed up and run. Razor shell out.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
One. Speed up.
Swazi!
I'm reloading. Device ready. Ready to push the button.
EMP incoming. Breaching sequence activated using EMP grenade. Cam in position. Drone up and running.
Changing mags.
Attackers are activating the bomb diffuser.
My apologies for that. We were having a technical issue come into play here, but we are back. It looks like we are in a 1v1 situation. One of our players down. It doesn't look safe to go for a res here. However, the diffuser is down, and Slips is going to go ahead and claim that kill, giving Bosco a slight lead over the opponent. Looks like they found their groove, as it were, and an opportunity to bring this game back to a lead in their favor. Looks like Thatcher is going to stay on the board. It's a very rare occurrence when he sees some playtime, considering how often he gets banned as an operator. His utility is incredibly useful, despite the fact that just a couple seasons ago, impact
Defenders,
EMPs
protect
were
your bombs
added
from being
to
defused by
a
attackers.
plethora of other operators. Going against a Cade, they weren't particularly useful, as Cade players tended to find some creative spots to hide their claws so that EMPs would not be able to find them. But with Thatcher on the board and Cade off the board, those walls are not going to be safe for any Bosco push.
Ambush set. Stay clear.
It looks like Bosco is aware of the setup happening here
10
in
seconds
gym
remaining.
and master bedroom. Very similar play to what we watched a couple rounds ago. It looks like Smoke is going to be setting up in that construction area,
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
we will have a push happening, likely from Cash, going up, rappelling up this wall and entering into site, bypassing garage, clearing out CC and Cash, and then finally into construction. Boba is playing hard breach, so we will likely see another jacuzzi push here as he's rappelling up right now. With no bandit setup or mute whatsoever, this wall is going to be completely undefended. Thatcher not even being necessary for this particular play. But Slips is going to go ahead and hold this angle here and look for an early pick. Bosco just needs to be careful not to get too overzealous and drop to an early peak as we go into this
bomb
round.
has been
Similar
located.
positions to what we saw before. Looks like we've got one player set up behind barbells. Ezekiel is looking for kills here along the windows going into sight, while Bo has made a significant amount of progress going into Cash, or in Kotick, I should say.
EMP incoming.
Slips again looking for a pick here. He sees it and narrowly dodges that bullet coming from main stairs, claiming a very clean kill on main stairs. Boba nearly going down for the count. However, he is able to claim another as well, bringing us to a 5-2. Ninkotic with another 5-1 situation. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to squeeze it out unless that kill is enough, but I don't think so. Zeke is likely communicating to his other teammates where the final player is. He's going to peek, but thankfully Ram is going to be able to trade. Going into round 5 here, Bosco's looking very strong, ready to make another solid push. I always recommend starting off on attack as first option, as if you can claim 1 or more rounds on attack, it makes your job substantially easier on defense. So Bosco is setting themselves up for a ton of success going into the second half of the game.
They can.
Activating camera.
Reloading!
Deploying camera in position. I'm reloading!
All explosive ordnance in place.
Looks like we're running
Device
10 seconds
our
to go.
first basement defense setup.
5 seconds remaining.
Tigers looking to attempt to make a comeback here. However,
Attackers'
Bosco
objective is to
maintains
locate
the
a
pressure
bomb
that
and
they have
defuse it.
for the past 3 rounds. I don't see it stopping anytime soon. Slips again, playing the
Attackers have dropped the bomb
Thatcher,
diffuser. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
and it looks like a TK for some reason on Bosco's side.
Drone activated.
Boba droning into dirt, trying to take coverage of sight. Ezekiel already making a significant
Bomb
amount of
located by
progress, pushing
attackers.
down into the oil pit, droning out for teammate Ninkotic as he moves up. He needs to be careful, get that intel from the drone, and he's a little slow on that push, narrowly missing the Kapkan as he rotates back into dining. However, Kapkan looks like he's going to push again. Zeke is going to push forward and look for a kill here. However, it's super risky. Ninkotic holding back still a little bit. Let's look at progress from Boba and Pyor. Still outside of kitchen. They're going to need to clear this out soon, otherwise we're going to lose 2 more bodies, putting us at a deficit, especially since it looks like Slips may have been AFK for the beginning of this round.
Adrenaline surge incoming.
Attackers bomb diffuser has been.
Zeke is aware of the desk, however he's not quite able to get it, dealing a ton of damage. Bo peeking in, not able to claim the kill, just finger not on the trigger in that moment. However, the crosshair was perfectly lined up. Boba and Pyor playing a very close angle right now. They're going to need to spread out and create a new opportunity here if they want any chance of claiming this round. Boba opting to take the dirt push that he originally droned out. Pyor looking into the hallway, but not looking at head level, unfortunately. He's going to lose that gunfight, putting us in a 1v5 situation. However, Boba has come out of crazier situations before. He's going to look for his first kill here, claim 1, peek into blue, not see another, and take a significant amount of damage. Unfortunately, not dealing enough back to Goyo, and Valkyrie's going to return fire there. Hopefully Slips is back for this next round so that Bosco is back at full strength.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
ATS deployed and ready to go.
Alright, and it looks like we're droning in once again. site will be set up upstairs in gym. Only successfully defended once so far. Let's see if Bosco is able to take this round. And we'll be right back in one moment. The gameplay will continue.
Vulcan ready.
10 seconds to go.
Setting my +1.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Setting up a sequential breach.
Alright, and we are back. So, looking for the garage push here. Boba playing vertically over Logi. And Zeke anchoring over by gym window. Ram, and it looks like Boba already droning out garage. It's pushing aggressively into sight, or I should say outside of sight. However, player needs to
Attackers have
be
located a bomb.
careful here, holding that angle on the camera. You never know when someone is going to swing that second floor CCTV window, so awareness is super important. Ezekiel with the first kill of the round, putting us in a significant advantage. Looking for another, however, unfortunately it's just going to be a clone, revealing his position. He aggressively peeks again despite his position already being revealed and scanned. Another going down to Ram. Beautiful kill there on Cash. This should secure the rest of their entry into construction and onto site. Slips already in the hallway, peeking the bathroom. Plant going down by Boba. All he has to do is cover this, and they basically secure the round. Fire blocking off the hallway. No defender's going to be able to rotate back, except Alibi tries to and gets destroyed. Nicotic with another one. 5v1 situation, last in Logi, and he is going to be pinched here in a second. Slips is aware and finishes it up with a flawless round. Beautiful push by St. John Bosco Braves there, claiming another win on attack. Further securing an easy, or I should say easier win on defense. First round of defense for Bosco coming up right now. Things are looking very bright for the Braves. And it looks like Bosco is going to do what they do best. Playing the fragging operators, Alibi, Jaeger, Maestro on the board, Valkyrie with the cams, and the sweet MPX.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Very standard setup here, going with Cash CCTV first. I'm curious to see how the Maestro cams come into play here. It looks like Ram is trying to set up for a sight line over on the main breach should they get the wall open.
Attackers have discovered the location of a
However,
bomb.
Bandit is on the board. It doesn't look like anyone on the defending team has the capacity to breach other than Callie. So I'd be curious to see if they manage to get the wall open. It should be a lot easier in this case since there isn't a Cade on the board. It won't be possible to hide
5
those
seconds to
electro claws to prevent the breach from happening. Ooh, and it looks like Kotick is going to take some early damage there. Look,
Camera activated.
likely a misclick, opting to hit the impact nade instead of the ability button for the clone. And Mayo taking a ton of damage. I don't know where these shots just came from that damaged him. Oh, it looks like a spawn peek from Jaeger. Jaeger's going to claim the first kill. Beautiful peek from Slips. And excellent start for Bosco. He's going to look for another here, and he claims it. Amazing headshot from Slips on the sledge there. Boba with another peek. And he takes out the drone. Nicotic roaming with Boba. It's going to be a tough situation for Callie or Diana to really make a push on the site at this point. They have no hard breach, and they have no real ability to get in. However, it looks like Callie is going to take a kill. Wulong with the lucky peek there on the site.
Gemini for a spin.
And Kotick still holding off site. Slips rotating through bar at this point. With a 3v2 situation, the game is equalized a little bit, not in the way that we'd like. Bosco had this on a silver platter. Slips a little hesitant to rotate back. Ior holding B site. Looks like one attacker came into site and then actually left again. Slips taking a ton of damage, holding onto site. They know they have to play this a bit more carefully now because that was a way too aggressive play on their part. Slips should be able to hold this window here while Ram prevents the cross. And looks like he's going to get spotted there. Almost wall banged, but the Yana's going to back off. They're still playing the back of rafters. One opts to drop down below. Looks like Slips might be aware of this push happening here while Ram continues to hold the upper section. Slips taking some shots. And, oh, those shots actually came from Yana and revealed her position through the alibi clone. Ram still holding steadfast here. And unfortunately, Slips is going to go down for the count. Ram in a 2v1 situation. Definitely doable. But he's going to have to push a little aggressively here if they set up for the plant. Looks like Yana's going to drone out, and this might be his opportunity to peek and get the kill on Yana, and he does!
Bomb diffuser.
Other jumps through the window. Is he aware of it? I don't know if he got the audio or if his teammates called it out. He manages to deal a little bit of damage, grazing the Cali. Cali looking for a kill here in cash. Ram playing safe, and he's able to clutch it up. Beautiful play by Ram. However, Bosco is probably a little concerned with the overall trajectory of that round. Very, very strong entry going in, but not the best cleanup towards the end. So they've got to be a bit more cautious going into these follow-up rounds. Confidence is good, cockiness not so much. But amazing performance there from Ram. Way to clean it up and play the objective at the end of the day. We didn't go looking for kills. We didn't try to chase him down in the top of rafters. Ram just held steadfast on site and managed to clutch that round up.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as
Bosco
they can.
will be starting here with a Jim master bedroom hold. Running a bit of a different composition here, opting to bring the Thunderbird. Smoke is excellent for playing the site, setting up rotations on the gym window push. Jaeger to prevent any nades from coming in or preventing the breach
Attackers have
on the
discovered the
drone
location
hold.
of a bomb.
And once again, bringing Alibi, personally one of my favorite picks when it comes to defending bombs. Slips playing the Vigil, likely looking for more spawn peaks here on the attackers.
5 seconds left.
We'll see if the offensive team has become wise to his attempts. Hopefully not. And we'll see some early picks here.
ATS up and running.
Always room for more.
We're prepared. Cone set.
Looks like Buck is going to be pushing into the strip section, but Slips is going to go ahead and claim that kill. Looks like we have another attacker trying to prevent him from playing defense here. They're going to break the door and opt to back off.
A really big fucking hole coming right up. Drone going out.
Throwing frag grenade. C4 ready.
Thank God for those ADSs. Ram narrowly avoiding a nade that would have been the end of him thanks to some really well-placed utility. Kotick closing the window, but a little too comfortable there with the attacker repelling overhead on site. Ram in a tough situation here, needs to find a kill, not quite able to do it, doing about half damage to Yana.
Sending Gemini.
Boba able to claim one, but Ezekiel going down to another, unfortunately. 1v3 situation here, Slips going down for the count. Boba, can he hold this? Unfortunately, he misses the shots on the Yana, and Yana swings in. However, nothing too dire to worry about for Bosco as they go into this next round. They've secured a very solid lead with those early attack rounds and still up 2 points going into more defense rounds. They just got to bring it together, hold sight, play the objective, and not get too aggressive looking for picks here.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Evil eye in place.
Time for double trouble.
With no Kate on the board, it's going to be very difficult to defend the kitchen hatch unless we have Slips roaming or Narcotic playing in
10
that
seconds left.
bar hallway area, preventing any attackers from creating
5 seconds left before
vertical
insertion.
play on the defending team.
Cam in
Boba
position.
will have a setup here.
Locate a bomb and defuse it.
Blue, secret, and Ram setting up
ATS active in a second.
Walls fortified!
A bomb has been located.
First push is going to happen in
Time for the
garage, and Slips playing just way too aggressive on that defense, jumping through the window as they're pushing into the
Gemini got
building.
taken out.
He's going to go down for the count.
Time for a
Putting us at an
diversion.
early deficit here. Also is going to have to be concerned for the blue push and oil pit. Looks like someone's already made it up. Ezekiel putting down some suppressing fire here. Hopefully stop more movement. Look for some shots through the wall. Boba checking in bar for any attackers. It looks like we only have one second floor at the moment. Narcotic just holding lane to blue. Zeke down but not out. We'll see if he's able to get a revive here. Last we saw, he's in a relatively safe position. However, it's going to be really difficult for defenders to rotate over to him and prevent that kill from happening. Ram still holding in armory, in a decent position to prevent a B plant. Not so much for preventing dining. It looks like we've got two set up in the same sort of area. Bo's going to need to move out and take more space if this game is to be turned around. Unfortunately, Boba going down for the count earlier. Looks like one managed to cross, and Bo sees it, manages to take one, goes down to the other. Will Ram see this? He's already made his way out of sight, looking to get the res. And surprisingly, no attackers saw him until, unfortunately, that very last moment. Probably not the play to go for the res. Better to play the site. Slips is really going to need to back off and stop playing so aggressively here if we're going to have a chance of holding these defense rounds into the very end. Looking at the scoreboard here, Slips with a whopping 10 kills, doing very well for Bosco right now. 6 deaths on the board, and on the opposing team, Wulong with 11, just
Defenders,
barely
protect your bombs from being
managing
defused by
to
attackers.
keep them in this game. If Bosco just takes their foot off the gas a little bit, should have an opportunity to win this game here.
Okay, it's ready.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Razor challenge.
Evil eye on Overwatch. Secure!
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds to insertion.
Razor blue going.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
It looks like the Tiger set up here for a standard push onto the CCTV wall, running again with the Cali and Thermite, likely hoping to make a hard breach happen here. Pior is aware. It looks like Sledge is going to take some damage here. Didn't quite see from which operator. Most likely from Bo peeking a little too aggressively here in the red stairs push and going down for the count. Slips, fortunately able to trade out and get another kill. Pior with another. Holding a very conservative angle here on site. Boba possibly looking for a flank. If he holds this position, he'll likely catch a player unaware. Unfortunately, he's going to go down to the main push. Wulong dangerously low on health due to Slips holding down the fort. Pior still holding red stairs, and Ezekiel set up in rafters, giving Bosco a very solid push here at the moment. The only real area they have to be concerned about is construction. Unfortunately, now that Zeke is down, Slips is going to have to rotate back as soon as possible in order to play the site defense. Otherwise, Ram is going to be in a tough situation taking the 1v2. However, with Iana's health so low, I'm confident he could still make it happen, even if Slips didn't rotate back. But thankfully, we're about to be set up for that defense here. All he has to do is not peek this doorway in order to maintain hold of site. 1 minute left on the clock. Game is still in the defender's hands as long as they don't get too aggressive. They are aware of both players' positions, so holding this is really all they have to do at this point. They know exactly where to take cover in order to prevent that push from happening. Ram taking a little bit of damage to the side. It looks like the attackers are going to opt to go back out. Cali playing the top of rafters still and spreading out on the site. Slips unfortunately going down to the Cali.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Ram looking for a kill. I don't know if he's aware. 1v1 situation, 15 seconds. It's in his favor. All he has to do is hold, wait for the plan at this point in order to make it happen. The attacker's going to have to swing him aggressively. He's looking the wrong way. If he turns around, he has this, and he does. Ram clutches it up with the turn at the last second. Holding onto this round for St. John Bosco. And this brings us to match point. Bosco in a very strong position to take it home. As long as they maintain good communication and hold the site, focus on holding the objective rather than going for kills, they should have no problem finishing this game.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
My eagle eye has your
Not much change up here in operator selection. Ezekiel again running the Maestro. Bobo with the alibi. Actually, it looks like players have decided to pick different ops. It just so happens to be the ops that were in rotation before.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. 10 seconds left.
Adding my +1.
Looks like Slips is going for
5
another
seconds left.
early peek here. Set up over in strip.
Ready.
You can stop
Attackers'
worrying about
objective
grenades
is to
now!
defuse a bomb.
Stay clear of ADS line of fire.
Razor shell out.
Adding my +1.
Razor shell out.
Boba is out for blood here. Moving towards garage, looking for the deep pushes of the attackers, the ones that are trying to flank onto site. Slip still playing in strip.
They won't see this coming.
I think they learned their lesson and are likely not to push this site again.
Touch.
However, he's going to have to read that fairly quickly and rotate back to site as soon as possible. Defenders have to be aware of this hatch open at the moment.
Go now. Light set.
Already set to look.
Boba with the first pick. And it's like Ram and Boba are playing a similar angle here. They're likely going to need to push back on the Logi in order to play some defense. Boba taking some damage to... Oh, he sees the barrel barely sticking out.
Look out.
And he waits. He bides his time. And he's about to claim another. He sees the barrel but doesn't quite notice it. However, 2 good kills in Bosco's favor. 3v2 situation here. 2v2. Slips just needs to rotate back to site and hold with Zeke. Zeke just needs to maintain his position and prevent Khan from pushing in. He knows that the Khan player is there, play the shield, and Slips, I suppose, is waiting for the plant to happen. However, they're not going to be able to cross onto site if Zeke is holding this angle. Unfortunately, Zeke going down for the count. With Slips' utility, however, he should be able to play. Oh, he's aware of the diffuser, so they're going to actually have to push in. He's making the smarter play here by holding site. It looks like the Ana drone is not aware of his position. My only concern in this scenario is if she decides to peek hatch. Well, it doesn't matter. She didn't opt to look because she didn't know. GG's from St. John Bosco Braves as they bring this game to a close. Great job, guys, on another win of the season. Let's take a look at the final scoreboard. Slips clutching up that final round, going 13-7. Pyor 12-7. Ninkotic 7-8. Boba 6-9. Ezekiel didn't quite disappeared before I could see it. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and supporting the Bosco Braves. This is Coach Rome signing off until our next game. Thank you so much. Take care and go Braves.